What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and welcome back to our very first time playing Songs of Six. If you are enjoying the series, make sure to leave a like. If you're not, make sure to leave a dislike. I appreciate all your feedback. And last time we left off, well, we are becoming more and more self-sufficient without relying on buying goods for trade, which has significantly improved our treasury. We are almost consistently at 1 million with our inflation value. We are trying to improve our little community here. We've been doing a lot of production. We're adding new items to the pool, such as tools, which we were only buying before. We're trying to increase our carpentry so that we can increase our furnishing in our homes. Looks like we are having a bit of a corpse problem. I noticed that this was going way down. Chivalry has gone down. Why? Your actions after... Have we just not had battles in such a long time? It did kind of kill our immigration for a second, but it does seem to be going back up. We are slowly but surely trying to increase our population, but we are going very slowly as of late, just because we've been having a big struggle in trying to control our health. We got it pretty consistently to 0.9, but now that we've had an accident and some corpses, that does seem to be dropping to 0.8. We are trying to get another physician in to hopefully improve our health. We do have our increased food servings. The further we can get this up, the better. But we definitely can't afford another tick in food servings, another increase at the moment. We have 146 housing available, so we could definitely house more people. But I am nervous. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on 2,400. Let's start this episode with a population increase. See how we do there. That way we can have some available workers. Should help things out a bit. And then we should have everything that we need for health in this small town. And it should be pretty central for the most part. I really don't think we'll be expanding much this way. But I do think that we'll be expanding at least south. Maybe just to this gateway. We'll put maybe another row of housing. Have some more production or farms down here. Kind of have this as our production road. We do have to watch the noise levels. We made a hearth for people to stop and get warm, especially during the winter, because it was either a winter or two ago that we did start having some issues with people being exposed. We don't have any homeless people at the moment, which is fantastic. Happiness and loyalty about 91 and 95%. We are currently trying to get Spearlin to hate us so that they will declare war on us. What does this mean? Is that like a... They're poisoning all factions against us? Well, that's pretty wild. I didn't know that was a thing. Poison. That poison must have just started. But we can't declare war on you quite yet, because we still have some treaty freshness. And I mean, the betrayal inflicted on surrounding factions isn't horrible, but I would like that to go down as much as possible. But we do have to be careful, because if that poison starts taking off, we're gonna have to go to war sooner or later. We do have 540 soldiers. We have about 140 that we're kind of keeping as garrison, and 400 that we're ready to send on out. I would like to get armor on these guys. We are slowly but surely improving our armor. I would like to go ahead and sell some warhammers if possible. I don't know where the rest of the storage is coming from. Are we storing warhammers in this one? Not much. It's only 300. We're selling tools. We're selling bows. Maybe we could take a break from selling meat We could probably take a break from selling coal. Stock up on that a bit. And let's start selling some war hammers up to 1540. That should make us a decent amount of money. We're good on war hammers. We don't need any more at the moment. We could probably get some more export depots. If we wanted to. Logistics. Let's get at least one more export depot going. So we can sell some more of our goods. Where else do we want to start looking? I wouldn't mind getting gemstones going soon. I feel like we need another metal smelter. We kind of need a large metal smelter, though. What's your storage for metal? You're storing about 1,000. It's not bad. We need like a refiner. These are all crafters. Where do we have any good sized weavers that we would be willing to look at? Maybe like this size. We want a metal smelter. That maybe I wouldn't mind putting here. Let's do that. Let's get some more stone roads going along here. Have you 3 wide. And then I think what I want to do is start building my southern wall down here. I don't think I want to expand down here anymore for this sector. I feel like this is a good secondary sector. Might do another sector here. And once we start building out on some sectors, I think I'm going to do some reorganizing. And kind of separate our production and stuff into districts. Like right now, this district's very like just all over the place. I wouldn't mind this kind of being more like a food district. This could be maybe more like metalworking, smithing district. Maybe this could be like woodworking. So we could always like put farms, move these. So I do eventually want to separate into districts, but I think we're still a little ways off from that. Regardless, let's start getting some more fortifications down. I'm only gonna go to the edge here, because I'm not exactly sure where I want to put my walls yet. Why are these cats about to drive me nuts? Is it Enzo? It is Enzo. Stop. What is he messing? How did you get this box all the way over here? That's crazy. Well, I think I'm gonna move this. Just give me 1 second. That way at least he's not messing under my green screen the entire time. Alrighty, I mean, food production, our bread production is still not doing so hot, but I kind of feel like we need more grain, not only storage, but also grain, I guess we could get a warehouse down here. We need more grain farms. We could do another nobility. Enzo, knock it off. We're messing with it. 50 in our metal smelters. That's going to improve our production. We are now producing about 19. How does that look for coal? You also use the ore. Ooh, we're finally negative on ore. Okay. We're not going to be selling much of that anymore. We can't get any more workers here. We could improve the efficiency of our mines, though. Which maybe... We have 37 innovation to spend. It might not be a bad idea. For 7 innovation, that leaves us with 30 left. I'm willing to do that. So we'll see what that puts our net to now. -4. We don't have any more iron. Or we do down here. Could always get more stone in this area as well. Okay. Okay. Well, at least we're getting more metal produced. We do need more knowledge. The physician is done. How's our health looking? 0.87, 0.88, 0.89, 0.9, 9.5? Wow, our physicians went way up. Nice. Okay, that's pretty great. I do kind of want to extend this road. We can make this another main road. I would like to kind of fit something in here. Maybe at some point we can add more food stalls and markets. How's our access to those items doing? 75. Out of curiosity, if we did just get another smaller food stall in here. I would barely leave room for another market as well. Let's do that. Get that going. Accident occurred. 6 more deaths. Okay, we are getting kind of close to another harvest. We're not really going to be selling ore anymore, I think. Although it does say we're positive 3.17. We might still get some ore to sell. We're selling wood. How's charcoal doing? 71 positive. We're selling the warhammers, selling the bows, selling the tools. Is there anything else that we want to look into selling right now? What is our production on livestock? 7.2? I wouldn't mind selling livestock. I don't want to store a lot of livestock. I think livestock is being sold or stored by the food. So if we store just about 500... That's not what I wanted. We don't need that much fiber. But livestock... I think 250 is plenty. We don't really have a need for livestock. And then I think I'm going to risk it by going 2450 on our population. Last Instant has moved its capital. Okay, where's our homelessness? actually can't see where our homelessness is at. The hauler? This guy? This guy here? Clothing is positive 67. I almost feel like we should be able to increase our clothing. But let's start by improving our homes over here. Let's get at least one upgrade on those homes. So we could bring in... We could bring in about 25,000 or 2,500 people. It's not what I want. We do have to keep in mind that when we go to war, we're gonna have some issues there. How bad it's poison affecting us? Still 0. So that's perfectly fine. Freshness is only 18% now. Let's start with an upgrade here. You guys can definitely afford that. Hopefully that helps with our access a bit to the services. Yeah, seems to be going up a lot more now. What is your workload? 100%. Let's get a couple more people in there. Yeah, when we go to war, we're definitely going to take a hit in our workforce, but I think we might just have to deal with that while we're at war. I don't think there's really much that we can do about it. We just got a big, huge deposit of food, which is amazing. Consuming 1,300 vegetables. That's insane. Our consumption rate is higher than our production. Which is also insane. I don't know how we're managing. It's got to be because we're purchasing the fruit. I mean, we can always spend a little more innovation on farming. I'll boost you up another level. See what production rate goes to after that. We're actually going past our apple storage. Let's get you a little more grain storage. And then all of our other food storage is going to be up here. But this is kind of our everything warehouse. Maybe we should get a separate warehouse just for food. I kind of want to get a small one though. I'd like it to be rounded. We can refurnish it. Can we delete this entirely? Because they're already starting to build it. Alright, we'll just build a fresh warehouse. It's no biggie. Start here. Make you nice and rounded. And then add some crates. Do something like that, and then we'll get the door on this side. And this is going to be strictly food storage. And then a lot of this stuff, we don't need to store food in here anymore. Can upgrade our capacity in here for other items. Boom. We're definitely going to want the upgrade. At least one. 1,200 apples. 1,200 vegetables. What else are we putting in here? We have room for a little bit of bread. Just add those for now. And I'm gonna shrink the storage on some of this stuff. Yeah, we'll do something like that for the time being. Okay. That'll free up space in this warehouse. We can start storing other items. We're up to 1.04 mil. I doubt this has changed too much. It's 10% actually. Now, people aren't gonna like that I'm playing aggressively. So what we could do now... I guess one of the great things is about becoming self-sufficient is that we don't really need the trade agreements as much. The biggest thing for our trade agreements now is the money that we're bringing in by selling things. I suppose that's a pretty big deal. I do feel like we need to get some more libraries at some point. And leather is something that would really take a hit. I just spent some more innovation here. Keep boosting that leather production. I feel like it almost increased it by 10. It's not horrible. Well, we definitely are gonna have to rely on trade for leather at least. We could always just purchase leather in big amounts if we have a place to store it. Okay. If we turn that off now, if we authorize those 7 immigrants, 17. Where's our homeless? Okay, hopefully that'll figure itself out then. And then I think it is time to start raising our army. I think it's that time. Now we could just recruit the conscripts from our realm. I guess we don't necessarily need the soldiers. Conscripts we have. I don't know how well the conscripts work, though. Like, if we wanted them to train, the amount of days it will take to train this division. I see. And they can only have up to 70% training. And if you were to, like, you could split it if you want to. I see. So we could do that with additional weapons. But I think I'm good on conscripts. We have our soldiers. But that's good to know. That we don't need... Yeah, that's good to know. Alright, let's get these 2. Let's get these 3 formations raised up. We don't need to go crazy. That should be plenty enough to take Spearland. Wait for you guys to get all of your supplies. All of your troops. I guess some of you guys are still training. It would seem. We're negative 116 on the workforce. We don't want to authorize more people at the moment. And then... Okay, we'll give it a little more time. A little more time. Hopefully that dip in workforce isn't gonna crush us too bad. Does look like we might have a food issue. We are about to get a harvest though. And we still have 3 days worth of food before the harvest. So I think we might be okay. Two days worth. Could always give promotions. Let me give the master vegetable a promotion. There we go. Food's coming in. Diplomacy. Let's see how bad this is. Aggression, betrayal. You might cancel your trade with me. No, it says 1.5 required. So I think we're still looking okay. Alright, so our army. Oh no. Yeah, go this way. Don't go through their water. And now when we go to besiege, we should be fine. Alright, let's attack their army. Enemy forces trembled before our might and ran before any engagement. We managed to hunt some down and plunder their baggage train. Nice. We are going to release. We want to keep upgrading or increasing our chivalry. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, let's hope that these are mostly just conscripts. The balance of power is not in our favor. If we lose this fight, this could actually be trouble. I will lose 231, they'll lose 149. Maybe we should start looking at the conscripts. Seeing how that works at least. Seeing how raising them and training them works, but we're gonna have to output more, like, armor and stuff. Alright, what do you guys have? What is your thing? Okay, you have spears, shields, and armor. 200 with 15% melee training. Some experience as well. I think we'll be able to handle this. Alright, let's do it. We finally go back to war, man. Finally go back to war. I was gonna say, they should push us. Fire at that unit. Nice. Oh my gosh, look at how fast they're firing now. That's so much quicker. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. That archery training and those bows, that might make all the difference. Alright, you men, cover the flanks. You men, form a shield wall. We're gonna get you moving over. You're gonna get ready to charge the enemy flank. Hold position. Hold position, piggies! We want to make sure that you guys are still shooting on their flank. I want you guys in tight formation. Charge! You guys move so slow, though. Tight formation! No, fire here, fire here, fire here. There we go. Oh, they're in tight formation too. They're gonna get demolished. They're getting wrecked. Oh my gosh, these bows are nuts. How are we doing on this fight? Okay, you've lost 2 to their what? 7. Okay. I mean, this whole formation's getting decimated. This is great. Oh no! Fall back. Pull back. Are you guys out of ammo? Oh, you are out of ammo. Alright, free up this company. Quickly. Warhammers hold. Hold the line. Hold the line, piggies! Alright, you've lost 3 in your division. You've lost 2 still. Now, you guys have absolutely 0 melee training. But I'm hoping maybe we can get somewhat of a decent charge here to break their morale. Charge! Alright, their morale, I'm hoping, will break quickly. If we lose some soldiers, we lose some soldiers. It's not the biggest of deals. I see, you can see their ammo there. But, I mean, these archers might not be bad to get them with, like, a little melee weapon, but... You guys have lost 3. You guys have lost 4. You guys have lost 1. We broke them! They flee for their lives! Bomb ranks. Who's this? This is our spears? Oh, they're all breaking. This is incredible. And that's gonna be the battle. Who the heck is this? You fools. 11 dead to 417. 38 kills. 55 kills. 76 kills. Very nice. Very solid battle. Those guys didn't stand a chance. And I was nervous. Releases 4.10 chivalry. Accept. And go besiege the city. We might be able to take it right away. Yes, we can. Occupy. Oh, Bob, you are just adorable. You know, we have a play over here called The Misery of Kaige-Onians. Here, please accept this handout. You surely need it more than we do. I mean, absolutely. I will take your bread. I will not complain about your bread whatsoever. Over here. Boom, City Hall. Boom, Garrison. That's all we're gonna be able to afford right now. Well, let's get our military in here to try and fix this loyalty. And then we have another region under our control. What region? You guys can't be upgraded. Is it talking about the same one? I think so. That's based off your population, which is gonna drop. But first, we need to stabilize. Nope, please don't move anywhere. Yep, go back. Okay, well, Sparelin is gone. We just encountered a new faction. Man. I'll tell you what, though, if that was... So your army has 255. You have 740 garrison. You only have 414. You have 481. You have 1,200, 1,300, 1,200, 2,000. Oh my gosh. I mean, Duchy of Pladen might be... Might be next on the list. We could barter for this trade. Or we could barter these guys for trade. But I do think that I'm going to cancel trade here. We could become colleagues. You will trade at an increased discount and also pledge not attack each other and respect each other's sovereignties. Do you have, like, any territories that I would want? At the moment? You have apple orchards, you have wood cutting, and you do have coal, which would all be new for us. And then you have clay, stone, and mushrooms. Mushrooms we don't need. As of right now, fiber we don't need, but everything else could come in handy. Because you guys are going to be my grain farmers and apple farmers. Those are going to be the two things we get here. Because you are vegetable, fiber, and opiates. And then I believe you're just ore. Yeah, you're ore, but you're also getting us a workers guild. What if we were to upgrade that? That puts you from 22... Or 24 to 22. Out of curiosity, what does it do for you? Because I'm not interested in fish or fiber. You were at 20, right? So that increased you by 2? And overall, that's going to give you more workforce, which will be nice. I'll take that. Alright, how are we doing in our city? Are we falling apart without our workforce? Stone is hurting. Other than that, we look okay. Food is doing okay. We still have 3,000 rations. We do know that we're probably going to get a rebellion here. But loyalty is increasing. And us having our army in here is certainly helping. Army presence, giving us a lot. Okay. Your army is 567. You have 3 territories. You are a bunch of farming. More farming. Clay and wood cutting. And more farming. Okay, I mean, you could continue to help us out with our food issue. But I'm really excited to get this colony for the apples. And potentially the grain. That's going to be a huge help. A huge help. That should really allow us to increase our population without having to take the health hit. Increase our food without taking the health hit. Or maintain our food anyways. And we barely took any losses, so we shouldn't have to retrain very many troops. Your experience is 9.6, 29.1, and 18.9, which I would assume improves your stats. So that's amazing. That one felt good. That was a nice little W for us. One more city under our control. And then I feel like we have to go here. But yeah, I think the next thing, probably for next episode, I don't think I'm gonna dabble in it this episode, but we should see how those conscripts work. Deadly disease in the east. Oh my gosh, please no. I can't afford that with my workforce. Oh, physicians is giving me 3.37. Why is this one giving me so much? Oh my gosh. Why did our services go way up just from having one? I mean, that solved all our health problems right there. That's incredible. I would like to... Man, I want so much more knowledge. I want to get upgraded bathrooms. I want to get upgraded wells. Keep increasing our health. Yeah, our population's pretty happy now. We should look at upgrading the quality of our shrines so we can get religion up. Food stall's still at 58%. We need an upgrade on our stages. We could probably do with another stage. We just have to find somewhere to fit you. Suppose we could do you right here. Or we could do it like in the center of town. Or like the center of our residential. Or we could do it here. Do stages project noise? No. No, they do not. Why don't we just squeeze this stage in here then? It doesn't look like increasing the size of our stage makes a difference in how many services it gives. So yeah, let's get that stage going so at least more people have access to it. Access is at 67%. Alright, how are you guys doing? Can we upgrade you? Yes, we can. Could honestly upgrade you threefold. Which would leave us... That would leave us with 45 governing points. Which isn't bad at all. 20 workforce. We get a vegetable farm in, which will give us 104. You still give us a decent amount. We get fortifications. We get growth. And we probably get a well. Let me cancel this for a moment. Let me see what our other places are built like. Yeah, well stage. Fortifications, growth. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So, you to tier 3. 1 growth, 1 there. Fortifications. apple farm. Let's do it. And that barely honestly cost us any money. I don't even know how much money we were sitting at before that. But this is going to help with our fruit production, which is amazing. Should really help us with our food. Hopefully to a point where we won't have to buy apples anymore. Or buy fruit. Now, one reason your loyalty is so high is because of our army presence. Religious differences is a huge factor. We don't have a lot of support yet, so we gotta keep our army here. You want trade for 16k. I'll take it. Which does mean that right now, I'm going to end trade with you. Okay, and then we have all of our diplomacy points, but to declare war on you would be a huge betrayal, because freshness is at 100%. So, we are going to start preparing for this war next. I like it. Now, we probably don't need all of these guys here, so what I think I'm going to do is for my army, I'm gonna recall my spearmen. So we need to look here. Spearmen, I'm gonna recall you guys. And then your loyalty should still just be fine. We honestly might be able to get away with another one. But we'll leave it at that. That way some of our workforce starts coming back. I can't believe the physician is giving us that much of a boost. And the swamp lung. I wonder if that really helps the spread of it, though. Our workforce is going to get annihilated. Okay, it does look like our troops are back. How are we doing here? You guys are already looking good. Army presence. Let's go ahead and bring back our archers next. Yep, your loyalty's doing just fine still. But we are gonna have to get something else that increases loyalty. We need a population of 1,200. It's not enough for our target. That would be enough. I'm gonna get this additional growth in. So we can upgrade our city one more time. And then that should leave us with 15 governing points left, which should be plenty. It'll at least give us enough to get one more city started after this. And we have 6 more promotions available, so I'm not worried about it at all. We also have 4 noble seats available. How is our services? Stage is going up. Access is up to 88%. That's wonderful. Yeah, Bathhouse isn't doing jack nothing for us, though. Which is a shame. What if we increased how many workers work here? Although, are you low on workers? No. You are not. One thing at a time, though. Have we lost a lot of people? Looks like we might have lost an okay amount. But I think we're gonna have to keep these soldiers out for a little bit. Although, now we should have the population to increase us further. Boom. That gives us 41 workforce. So let's get that going. And then we'll see where loyalty's at. Representation, you guys like that. Four settlements. Our kingdom is slowly growing. We still have 1 million in our treasury. $2,300. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. I don't think that really crushed us too much. I mean, our charcoal is taking a bit of a hit. You know, other than that, our bread's taking a hit, our grain's taking a hit. So it might not be a bad idea to get grain going as well. But these taxes are certainly helping. Nearly 25k from taxes. $236. That's gonna be a huge help. 121. 107. Alright, you guys are pretty happy. So if we were to pull our military out, we have 100% support. Let's let it go for a little bit longer. Looks like we are recovering from the disease. Let's go ahead and recall you back now. And then see how we're looking in terms of stability here. We're actually somewhat fine. We're actually stable. Barely, but we are. And this will keep you at about 9k for taxes, which is pretty solid. I think you're gonna be okay. Species is 1.05. Your species is 1.03. For here, your species is 0.94. Persecution. Exile. So, like, if we were to get rid... Like, if we were to exile a complete population, would that mean that these spots would fill in other races? Or would we just take that hit on total population? I feel like it's gotta disperse into the other populations. So, like, if we wanted to keep all of our settlements Crotonian, or, like, with this one specifically being a farming settlement, we just keep Crotonian. And then, since this one's more of a mining settlement, we do something like Dondorians. Where do you find the giants at? That's what I want to know. How do you come across, what are they even called? These guys. Cantors. Are mythical giants. The few of them that remain are primarily found in the north. They excel at battle, but are difficult to obtain and please. Found in the north. Like, how far north? These are all free cities. I'm not seeing any of them. I kind of expected them to be some of those free cities. Maybe we have to own a settlement for us to get some migration there? Maybe that's how that works? Oh, we can see what their garrison is. I didn't realize that before. So, like, if we look here... Oh, you have a decent-sized garrison. Yeah, we would definitely need some conscripts or to improve our armies to take this city specifically. What about these other guys? Arganish. Are a very ancient race created by a minion during the First War of the Gods. They are heavy, fast, and deadly. They do not need much, but should also be kept from work. Havens maxed, admitted. Oh. Havens maxed. The heck does that mean? What is a haven? Huh. Well, I feel like that's something that we wouldn't get into for a while, but... Okay, we don't want 8,000 people. Please do not give that to me. I think we were at 2450. So let's get our population back up and running. And now that we are here, now that we have this settlement, we kind of see how we can do with stabilizing. So our army icon is still here. Yeah, if we disband you, and then we can create an army here. Yeah, okay. But yeah, we kind of see where we're at now that we have this other place. See where we're at with food, see if we could boost our population anymore. Kind of see what resources we need to start outputting next now that we have our workforce back figured out. Because we're out of stone, but we have a net 95, so we shouldn't be. And then we prepare for our next war. But now that I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of things. Our health is looking great. We're figuring out food a bit now that we're getting a few more settlements. Hopefully we can expand a little more quickly and pick up the pace. Obviously we still want to do some expansion here, but all of that sometime down the road. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.